Attempts to twist the parliamentary induction into a campaign platform have been calmly neutralized by facts and procedure, and that alone speaks volumes. When Honorable Norbert wrote to the clerk, he did what institutionalists do. He raised a legitimate procedural concern. He warned that holding the induction before electing the speaker and deputy speaker risked turning a capacity building program into a partisan arena. He predicted that the outgoing speaker's loyalists, lined up as facilitators, would use the podium to campaign rather than educate. He urged with a fitting sports analogy that you don't take a team to camp before naming the captain. Chris Obore, the Director of Communication and Public Affairs for the Parliament of Uganda, had said,
the duty of orienting new members of Parliament lies with the clerk to Parliament and the technical team that he leads. It is not about speakership contestation. As regards to the selection of panelists, it's on record that for a long time, the clerk to Parliament has tapped the expertise of former members of Parliament to help in the orientation of new members of Parliament. The former members of Parliament are selected based on their experience and technical or professional expertise. Previously, we have used former resounding MPs like Wandero Gallo, Miriam Matembe, and many others. We do not look at the politics. We look at what they are able to impart on the new members of Parliament. So let's get politics out of this. On the issue of the timing, let it be clear that we have had several complaints that Parliament has never had enough time to orient new members of Parliament. And in our wisdom as the technical people, we decided that from the onset, after swearing in, we need to start the orientation program so that there is enough time for the new members to get to know the expectations from Parliament and how they are supposed to meet the expectation of their role as members of Parliament. So it's about us being able to have enough time to read these members, because previously we have been accused of not having enough time for them to go through what it takes to be an effective member of Parliament. The timing is all about the lessons we learned from the past.
Reactions came in from many, including the little guy who said, following our unsuccessful attempt to secure the sole NRM endorsement for the speakership in Chankwazi, Anita appears to be utilizing the MP's induction program as a campaign platform. However, Norbert has proactively petitioned the clerk to postpone this program until after the speaker election, aiming to prevent its potential misuse as personal campaign event. Then came the clerk's reply, and that's where the narrative shifts decisively in Mao's favor, contrary to the misrepresentation that the clerk disagreed with him. A careful reading reveals the opposite. The clerk clarified that the induction will take place after the election of the speaker, not before. He stated that as a matter of established practice, the induction has always followed the full constitution of Parliament, and his office has no plans to deviate. Mao's proposal wasn't rebuffed. It was validated by the very rules of the institution. This exchange isn't just bureaucratic correspondence. It's a masterclass in leadership, where others resort to outbursts and stacking facilitator lists with loyalists. Mao presented a reasoned argument grounded in institutional integrity. He even resurrected the vision of a structured Institute of Parliamentary Studies by Rebecca Kadaga. Proof he thinks beyond personalities toward lasting systems. The clerk's response confirms that proper procedure, not political pressure, still governs Parliament's calendar. If Uganda needs a speaker who understands process, respects institution, and can restore discipline in the House, the answer is becoming obvious. Anita may hold the position today, but Honorable Norbert is demonstrating the leadership Parliament actually needs. This is not politics. This is order, procedure, and respect for institutional integrity. And on that score, Mao has already won the argument.